Louis Association's crest is a spark of flame. Most ignorant laymen believe that it symbolizes the shape of flames bursting forth from our fists and feet. But they're wrong. The flames are but byproducts of the weapons crafted and supplied to us by workshops. They're hardly fit to represent the true spirit of Louis. The core value of Louis that I've learned through my time here is that we scorch and burn everything to ashes. And we should always be ready to burn even our hearts and bodies like the very flames. That is how I've come to understand it. Most fixers are always looking for all kinds of ways to gain power. Minor augmentation procedures, unsightly and pointless enhancement tattoos, pouring every bit of iron they make into those useless things just to survive in the city. How pointless of an endeavor it is. Such things are not the factor deciding who lives and who dies in a battle. Augmented body in Louis of the experienced mind to properly use them is no different from an automated training dummy. In other words, experience built up through endless training is an augmentation unique only to yourself. Something that cannot be brought simply by shelling out money. Of course, expensive weaponry and an augmented body would certainly aid me in my quest for strength. But I don't like having everything handed to me on a silver platter like that. Isn't the idea of martial arts and experience honed to their extremes to the point of becoming weapons on their own set your heart on fire? To train is to carve the shape of my strength, to endlessly feed the flames of self-improvement. And sometimes I get the chance to taste the fruits of my labor, to prove to myself that it has been worth it. Flame burns from my fist. What essential production this is. But it's nothing but garnish. A side dish or seasoning supplementing the main dish. What I truly appreciate is how much deeper my knife hand penetrates my foes. How much more powerful the speed and weight behind my strikes have become. I measure them by fighting these moving flesh dummies. And I begin to understand that my fiery blaze of training burns still. And that is burning up every training dummy that dares to get anywhere near me without preparation. I've heard some refer to Louis Association as nothing more than a big group of foodies. If I am being honest, I abhor even being mentioned in the same breath as those fools. Don't talk about me like I'm one of them. While they were wasting their weekends away on their gastro adventures, I studied and honed myself.